Frack on. Welcome to the Frack the Canon. I am joined by the coolest motherfuckers around. This time I'm joined by CJ McCree from Milwaukee. What is up, good sir?
What's up, sir? I'm up early and up early.
Yes, we are. It is not 6 o'clock. Yes, it is. I've been up since 5 Pacific time. Anywho, we're getting ready for what is the Mecca for all nerds. The Holy Land. The pilgrimage. Praise Stan Lee above.
We're not worthy.
We're not worthy. Comic-Con weekend is this weekend. All right, dude. So this was your idea. What are you thinking? What are we talking about?
All right, sir. So here's what I was thinking. Like Comic-Con is this weekend, right? And I was just thinking about like, well, we could just do like kind of a good old-fashioned prediction video, but we can kind of tighten it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I guess. Maybe answer the question who we think will win Comic-Con. Maybe. We don't have to go that deep. But I was kind of more interested in like sort of a straight up speculation video. Like if somebody were gonna win Comic-Con, like what could they pull out of their bag to do so? We haven't had Comic-Con in a while. I feel like maybe since this is like the first Comic-Con like back, right? Like maybe like these studios are gonna try to really pull out the stops and make it a spectacular thing. So it just got me thinking, like, what could you pull out? Like, what could Marvel say that they haven't already said that would generate some hype? You know what I mean? I think that these companies, like, maybe they don't care, but I think they like to generate hype at Comic-Con. You know what I mean? I think they like to break the internet. So it's like, well, what could they bring out that we don't know about that would do something like that? I feel like you were trying to say something.
Two things they could have said. One of them I can't say in this podcast. So this video. Not safe for work, period. Secondly, Hugh Jackman is back as Wolverine.
Hugh Jackman is back as Wolverine. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. But okay, so let's focus on that.
Okay. That
could happen in Deadpool 3.
I mean, yeah, because it's Deadpool 3, right? It could be, and it's the multiverse. Like, and so here's what I want. Yes. Give me a trailer to Deadpool 3. When is that? I want a trailer and a release date for Deadpool 3.
Okay, and I feel like that could definitely like break the internet. Number one, number two, like get a lot of people hyped. You know what I mean? Like we've been known nothing but speculation from Deadpool like since part 2. You know what I mean? We hear stuff from Ryan Reynolds talking about, you know what I mean? We're still doing it, man. It's like okay, sure. They said the same thing about New Mutants.
Oh my God, let's not talk about that piece of shit. Like I like to put movies down, but that was a piece of shit. Back to Deadpool 3. I think they're already in development. I think they're writing it or they're done writing it. They don't have a release date for filming, a start date for filming.
I'm not certain on that. I know that there's a lot of news because a lot of like movie news like. I really start paying attention when they're like about to drop a trailer or something, you know what I mean? Because it's like, all right, all this speculative stuff, like it really doesn't mean anything, you know what I mean? It's just shots or whatever, But I haven't heard such about Deadpool 3. I think Deadpool 3 would be a banger if they announced it, and I think people have been really chomping at the bit waiting for it, Right. And I do think if we're likely to see Wolverine again, like Hugh Jackman Wolverine again, I think Deadpool 3 is the place to do it and to see it. And it'd be wild to see Wolverine. Sorry, his name is Hugh Jackman. It'd be wild to
Wolverine.
See. Right? It'd be wild to see Hugh Jackman. You know what I mean? Don it again, and it's the MCU. We can see him in a proper outfit,
That just brings to mind that line from the X-Men movie.
You actually go outside in these things? What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
We might get it. We might get it. Okay, so let's. Okay, this was a Marvel. This was a Marvel thing, right? Okay, well we'll stick in here. We'll stick in Marvel. We just talked about Deadpool. We can stick in mutants, right? Mutants have been kind of revealed, so to speak, in Marvel. We could get an X cast, some cast mentioning of X-Men.
Yeah, I mean, the only rumor I know so far is that the guy who played Elton John, the dude from
The Kingsman movies.
the Kingsman movie,
Edgerton.
Edgerton. I don't forgot his first name. But very British. I
His
heard
name.
that he.
His name first.
I heard that he said he auditioned to talk to Marvel about being Wolverine. I'm like, dude, I don't think you're supposed to be doing that.
And he's jacked.
Yeah, he is jacked, right? So I'm like,
Jacked.
for him to sing it openly like that, I'm like, I don't think he's gonna do it because we've never like every time we hear, no, I'm not in it. We're not talking. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't think as much as I think he'd be a great replacement for Hugh Jackman. I don't think he's gonna do it because he's being so loud about it.
Right. And like you said, classically, when people are loud about this type of thing, it's just noise.
Right.
Now there could be something to the noise, but maybe he's not like in it. Maybe he's in it, but not like as prominent as like people are thinking, you know. Let's see. So, you know, or we could get the project announced too. Like
yeah, that's
the
true.
X project announced, or whatever. Here's all right. Let me ask you this: should they announce an X related project? What do you think is first out the gate?
I think Deadpool.
You think Deadpool?
He's still the only X book that they have in development right now. The X movie they have in development right now.
Hey, listen, they have replicated the comic book story in movie form. Do you think? So, follow-up question to that: if we get Deadpool first, do you think it will be linked to the MCU?
I think they have to do. I think they're gonna. Well, that movie, that franchise has made fun of itself and that stuff. Like he referenced Josh Brolin as Thanos in Deadpool 2. So I'm sure they're gonna make fun of that. And from last I read with the writers, like Disney Marvel like that. So far, they're like, yeah, you can do this joke. You can do this joke. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But precedent to me is that they have spent a lot of time in the last couple of years setting up multiverses. You know what I mean? Like, and ones that are similar to ours, and you know things like that. So it's like to me, it's like very easily believable that they could just be like, well, this is Earth 617. You know what I mean? Like it's not necessarily the Earth that we're used to. It's just the one right next to it, 615. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, 615.
Yeah. All right, that was what. Okay, look, here's what is one thing that you think would blow Comic-Con out of the water, or did we already mention?
I think we mentioned it. What would blow? What I would like to see personally, more She-Hulk information, more She-Hulk trailers, or more She-Hulk visuals, or more of the story. Like, why is Abomination like? How did the Abomination back? Why was he in Shang-Chi? How did that work? Like, just more She-Hulk stuff. Personally, that's something that I'm interested in the most. After Thor 4, She-Hulk.
I think. I mean, personally, as far as prediction status goes, like I generally think that everything that we know about in Marvel, we're gonna get updates on.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like I think that we're gonna get updates. We'll probably get like a deep dive. I think we'll probably get a deep dive on She-Hulk because it's the next thing. Like
we're weeks away, huh? Aren't we? Like 3 weeks away.
Yeah, like yeah. I think they'll give us like the same way they did for Hawkeye at that D23. And they showed us like even a scene of it, you know what I mean? Like, and like really kind of spent like a whole 5 minutes on like the Hawkeye series. I think we'll get that for She-Hulk, definitely. And I think any prediction on trailers that we might see, because now there's a few things that like are probably shot right now that we haven't seen anything on.
Black Panther 2, I think, is
Black Panther 2. I think that's a high. I think we might get. Like the first time we saw She-Hulk, it was like a little tiny thing. Like I think we might get that for the Marvels.
I think is that Marvels next year?
The Marvels is next year.
Holy
so I'm like starting to think. I think we might get like a little hint of the Marvels. I think Secret Invasion is shot.
Don't know.
I don't know about that, or at least that they are shooting it.
I know they were shooting. I think they were shooting it.
So I think we might see something Secret Invasion. Like I think we're gonna get updates on everything that has been announced, except maybe Blade. I don't know where Blade is. So
I don't either. That's the one I want to see the most. After She-Hulk, I'm excited for Blade. I'm like, dude, you're bringing Blade back. Holy crap. Here's something that I just
Blade is one.
Go ahead. Sorry, you were saying.
I was just gonna say Blade is one I wish that we would get a little more salt and pepper from in the MCU. You know what I mean? Like there's not even been a whisper of vampires, you know? Like I really wish that they would kind of pepper that in a little bit more. Cause like we've been in this world for like 15 years now, you know what I mean? It's like there's been no mention of any kind of vampiric type of entity, you know?
You're right. There hasn't. I mean, it could come in. Well, they could use Doctor Strange as a door for that, because it is in the mystic arts. It is in the occult, right? The esoteric.
Mm-hmm.
So, esoteric. I like that. Ooh, look at me with some big words. I think we'll see. I think we'll see it in Doctor Strange. I think we'll see it soon. Because we've seen Ghost Rider too, right? But again, we don't know if that's canon or not. So
right, exactly. That's what I'm like. Did we see Ghost Rider? Maybe.
So, but I mean, well, for sure we've seen magic. For sure we've seen alternate dimension. We've seen third eyes. You know, so
true.
If the magicians are real and wizards are and wizards are real or sorcerers are real, as Captain America and Falcon and Hawkeye, Winter Soldier said, I'm sure we'll see. Yeah. Here's something that I would go ahead.
No, continue.
Something that I forgot we were talking about earlier offline, you and I, was the Netflix shows being on Disney Plus, like Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so the rumor is that Isaac Gonzalez is going to be taking over for Elodie Young as Elektra. Which here's the thing, I love Elodie Young. I wish she would come back, but I think she's busy doing her show on Fox. But I'm like, oh, if that's true, that's a rumor. Maybe we'll get that too. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you just kind of opened my mind up about as far as other things that could break the internet. The freaking any of the Defenders cast coming back.
Yes, that's what we call Defenders. I forgot.
Yeah, like
have a
any
name.
of the Defenders cast coming back. We already know some of them. Well, we already know Charlie Cox, and we're hearing speculation about like Jessica.
Yeah, Kristen Ritter.
I was like calling her Jessica Ritter.
Jessica Jones, Kristen Ritter. Oh yeah, because that's the rumor too. The rumor is that she's going to be in Matt Murdock movie for Jessica Jones in Daredevil, in Daredevil, in Echo.
In Echo, right.
Then now that's the only reason why I watch that show, because I do not care for that character at all.
Nobody does, but you know what I mean. But but that's what you do. You shove, you shove stuff that people, you know, you shove stuff like Daredevil in there to get people to watch it. You know what I mean? Yeah, because that would be great, especially if they announced more than Kristen Ritter. Especially if they came out and like Kristen Ritter, like Charlie Cox came out, then Kristen Ritter comes out, and Mike Coulter comes out. You know what I mean? Like John Barenthal even. You know what I mean? Notice I'm missing someone. But
yes, I did notice.
But if they bring all those, like that would be fire. That would be a banger. You know what I mean? To be like, hey, we're welcoming them back. You see them on Disney Plus now as the Defenders. You'll see them again in the future. You know what I mean? Like that'd be wild. Especially like one of those casts that I really like is John Barenthal's Punisher. Like I really like his Punisher, and I would love to see him take that role on again.
So here's the thing. I think he's a great. I think John Miller is an amazing actor. I've seen him do like The Walking Dead. I've seen him on the Ford v Ferrari. He is a great actor. He's done comedy, which is like, you know, that I'm not the biggest fan of the Punisher. I'm like, I don't like a hero that kills. Like he already got his revenge. So I'm like, why is he still killing? So that's what. But here's the thing. That's me. Though.
Story can happen.
Barely an inconvenience. But I'm gonna go back and watch it. I was not in that mindset. I can't. I'm over it. And then personally too, just seeing how his logo has been taken over by certain groups, certain law enforcement agencies. I'm like, I that's not what he is. That's not what he stands for. I feel.
I mean, I feel you, true. You know, you also can't fault like a comic creator for like what
I don't.
What some jerks freaking, you know, do with his work, you know.
But I will go back. I think we're going to get back crazy, like, and then I just remember it was in Daredevil. He goes, "Get him, Red! Get him, Red!"
Get him, man. Yeah, freaking John Baratheon. Like the way his voice, it's great. Like I love that.
That scene in the courthouse. That scene uh in the jail cell where he fights off. I'm like, it's the same scene as Daredevil, but with the Punisher. I'm like, this is still pretty cool. But I will go back and watch it. So that would be cool about Defenders. What else? Marvel side, I think that's it for me. I think I'm with Black Panther. I'm gonna go see because I'm a Marvel whore.
What do you think? Okay, let's just, since you just mentioned Black Panther,
Okay.
the likely, okay, just a 50-50, right? Yes or no? Likelihood we're getting the Black Panther trailer is like definitely on your side, kind of, or
No, not this soon.
not this soon?
No.
Even though like the movie's coming out still, like we're in the second half of the year, you know.
It comes out in November, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe September.
Do you think we're gonna get any kind of cast or any announcements on Black Panther? You think they're gonna tell us who Black Panther is?
I think they'll be sure.
Do you think they're gonna tell us?
No. No.
Yeah, do you think they're gonna wait to the trailer? You think they wait to the trailer
I think so.
to tell us who Black, or do you think they'll wait to the movie to tell us who Black Panther is?
Ooh,
You're gonna make us watch the
even,
whole freaking movie to even find out who Black Panther is.
That's even a better question. I think, you know what? It might be the movie. It might, because they did that too with Spider-Man No Way Home. Even though everyone knew who it was, with the everything, we were like, oh, well, we don't know.
That's funny. And they definitely did that for Multiverse of Madness.
Yes,
like definitely did that.
Because here's the thing, so like you said, they didn't tell us Wanda was going to be the villain. We thought she was a sidekick. We thought she was their partner. So they've done. So there's precedent for them to be like, we don't know. We'll see what happens.
Right. Okay. Yeah, Black Panther. We may not even know anything about Black Panther. I think maybe we'll see something about like the Disney Plus shows. Like I think we'll see little bits about them. You know what I mean? Like a little update. Hey, here's a picture of Samuel Jackson. You know what I mean? Well, we got that already. So here's a picture of some other character from that.
It seems like they're focusing a lot lately on the Disney Plus show than they are on the movies.
What do you mean?
Like a lot of the stuff that's coming out for Phase 4 is on Disney Plus.
Yeah, but I just feel like those. I mean, I agree with you, but I feel like they haven't stopped their movie cadence though.
No, they haven't.
Just the shows they're just part of the rotation now, and it feels like those are easier for them to make because of the clip we're getting them. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So maybe that has to do with it. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, well, the movies are still coming out at their same clip, but now we're just getting shows too. You know, because I'm just thinking like shows per movies in MCU. Do the shows outweigh the movies? Like in Phase 4, like there's still a lot of movies. You know what I mean?
There's WandaVision, Loki, like a Winter Soldier, Ms. Marvel, What If. What's coming out?
All right, so let's stop there because that's what's out right now, right?
Right.
Hawkeye.
And then movie-wise, and Hawkeye, right? And Hawkeye. Hawkeye. And then there's movie-wise, there was Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man No Way Home, Eternals, Thor 4, and Doctor Strange. So we're even.
That's even. Yeah.
Well, there's 6 movies though, right? But how many episodes of a show?
Right, but like
the
length of the series too. You know what I mean? They're really just like 1.5 movies. You know what I mean? Like most of them. So it's like it's not so much more. It's like some of the show could have been like cut out of a movie and it would work as a movie. You know what I mean? Like most of the shows actually that they've done, like they could just cut out like a whole subplot and like make it a movie. And some of them I think would have been better. Miss Marvel, I think would have been better as a movie. I just don't think. I think they would have taken L on the cost because I don't think everybody would have went out to see it in droves.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Let me refer back to my thing. I don't think we're gonna hear anything about Guardians 3.
No.
But an interesting thing that we could hear about, because I see a February release date for Ant-Man 3.
Yes, but we're supposed to be learning about what's going on what the saga is going to be, because we didn't know. When did we learn about the saga for Thanos? Like, when did we know that was the Infinity Saga by Guardians of the Galaxy 1?
Avengers. The first Avengers did it.
Yeah, but yeah.
Like the NT, like as far as like when we got introduced to that as a threat, it was the first Avengers. Like we knew because they were fighting something, and we knew that they were fighting something that was beyond what Loki was. And then they gave us the stinger at the end of that movie, like, okay, this is the dude that was helping Loki. You know what I mean? And we did, that's all we knew, but that's all we needed to know. You know what I mean? Here's a thread, here's a story thread. Boom, do it, whatever with it, you know what I mean? So that's the first time. And before that, Iron Man, they started with world building. You know what I mean? At the end of Iron Man, it was, I have an initiative for you. So like they have, even back in phase 1, they've never been as aimless as they felt now. You know what I mean? Even back in phase 1, you knew you knew they were leading to Avengers. Like you didn't know what that led to, you know what I mean? But you knew that Avengers was the thing that they were building up towards.
I feel like they know what they're doing, but they're not going to tell us for a minute. I think this time, because it is phase 1 at the beginning, like this is what we're doing, so people knew what to expect, had an idea what to expect. I feel that they know what to do, but just like, let's just hold it in, let's hold it back. Because, like someone pointed out, the last 3 movies, the Marvel, at least 3 of the last 3 movies have introduced characters in the post-credit scene. So why are we seeing Star Fox, Clea, and then Hercules? You know, like they're not just gonna cast these amazing. Well, I don't know about Harry Styles, but like what's his name? What's her name? Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
Charlize Theron, and then the dude from Ted Lasso. He's here. He's there. He's every fracking where. In the show is Roy Kent, but here what's his Brian Goldstein, Brad Goldstein, whatever his name. That guy's playing Hercules. I'm like, you guys are pulling pretty big A-listers now for this.
Yeah, I no, listen, I don't think that they don't know what they're doing though. I'll say that too. Like I think they know what they're doing. I do think that they're being subtle enough about it that even longtime comic book fans haven't been able to crack the code. You know what I mean? And I do think that I think that's by design. You know, I don't think they want. I think they want to be subversive. I think the mutant announcement is even, you know, indicative of that. You know what I mean? Taking somebody who wasn't Inhuman and saying no, they're immune. I think that's even indicative of that. Like, no, like you're not entirely sure what we're gonna do. We're kind of gonna mix and match, you know, our continuities to fit our narrative or what we needed to. And they've never been afraid to do that. I'm just interested in where they're going. I think Kevin Feige did say that they've been laying the breadcrumbs already. So there is something, they've been doing something that like we could figure out. It's just, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like it's we don't know exactly what they're doing. You know, I think the elements they're introducing are interesting. Like I think that Kamala Khan's bangle, like her bracelet thing. I think Kamala Khan's bracelet thing it has something to do with Shang-Chi's bracelet thing. I think there's something linked between those two things. I think there's something going on that's in a similar vein with those two.
Dude, okay. You said that or not, and that just clicked my brain into Justice League Avengers crossover, where they had to find each other's freaking like rare artifacts so that they could kind of beat each other team. So I'm like, oh my god, you're right. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, oh my god, it's got to be something like the collector. No,
I don't know. I don't know what those are. But Shang-Chi's was signaling someone. They said that as much. Shang-Chi's thing was signaling something. And what that something is, you know, we have yet to figure out. but it could be Galactus, could be anything, could be freaking another Celestial. You know what I mean? Could be anything. We don't know what Miss Marvel's fighting right now. Not Miss Marvel. Well, Miss Marvel. We don't know what Miss Marvel's fighting right now because she switched places with Carol. Because she seemed like she was very much in the middle, right in the middle of like doing something. You know what I mean? Like when she popped up, she was like ready to fight. You know what I mean? She's like, what? Like, where am I? And she even says like, oh no, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, oh crap, like she has to get back to wherever she was. You know what I mean? Like,
all right. Any more Marvel stuff before we move to the distinguished competition?
Well, the last thing, I think that the release date of Ant-Man is a lot closer than I expected. So now I'm expecting to hear something about Ant-Man. Not a trailer because we haven't even got a trailer for later this year's MCU stuff. But maybe like a little sneak peek or something. Maybe. What'd you say?
Black Panther. Frack, is Black Panther the last Marvel movie this year?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
There's like a Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special or something.
That's on Disney Plus, so that doesn't count.
Yeah. All the Marvel movies on Disney Plus. But yeah, so I think we might see something Ant-Man related. Maybe just an interview with freaking Kang and what his thoughts on the character are or something like that, because I'm assuming it's going to be completely different from He Who Remains,
Here's something that okay, one more thing. No, never mind. No, that's another episode. But yeah, he killed it. Like that guy was freaking awesome. I need to watch his other show on HBO Max. But I'm like, dude, you're a good actor. He was also in that movie on Netflix about the Black Cowboys.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch that actually. I forgot about that.
Yeah, The Harder They Fall.
Harder They Fall or something.
Yeah, he was pretty good in that too. I'm like, that's pretty dope.
Yeah,
I thought it was good.
Randomly, do you think we'll see Blade? Anything about Blade?
Maybe an update. Maybe. Oh, we're started filming. Expected this year. We might get. Here's the thing. We might get release dates too for the new stuff. We might get because we know they're doing Blade. Blah blah blah. We know these announcements. We know we got Blade, Fantastic Four, right?
Mm-hmm.
But no release dates. So we're getting a bunch of announcements for release dates, and maybe an X-Men
related thing.
Yeah. Something besides Deadpool 3. I think Deadpool 3 would be the closest thing we're gonna get to
anything mutant related.
Yeah. To anything X related, yep. Anything mutant related. Enough said, True Believer.
I will mention because they're they're a smaller category. Sony upcoming projects. Right?
Oh God.
Number one, I don't think Sony's gonna break the internet with anything that they're coming with.
They're gonna break it with all the memes.
I was gonna say something similar. Yeah, like unless you can break the internet with laughter. But I don't think they're gonna break the internet. I think what they can do to get me excited is bring a decent trailer of Across the Universe, you know what I mean, or Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Yep.
But I mean, that's about as high as I'm gonna get. It's just excited for that movie, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't think they got anything else in the can that can excite me. I imagine we'll hear something about Craven. I don't know what else they're doing. Maybe Madam Web or something. You know what I mean? Like maybe I don't know if we'll hear anything about Madam Web. It feels too early for that, but I do feel like we'll hear something about Craven though.
Oh yeah, Madam Web's happening, huh? Who's playing Madam Web?
That's some chick. I forgot. Let me do a quick. Who's playing Madam Web? And if you tell me Stanley's wife, I'll kill you.
Is she dead?
Dakota Johnson.
Oh, Doug Johnson's daughter. Very nice.
Yeah. Okay. we're moving over because the rest of these, I'm looking at that article I sent you, and there's a bunch of stuff on here that's like unannounced or whatever that we don't know anything about. And I don't think I don't think we're gonna hear anything about like Thunderbolts or anything. You know what I mean? Out of Marvel, I don't think that's ready enough, and I don't think that's a priority for them right now. Or Armor Wars.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those. They haven't announced that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, DC, what can you do? Anything besides, announce that you are recasting the Flash and
and you're bringing back Henry Cavill.
Right. But that last one was kind of a joke, but that one is on my serious list, right? Like, if I feel like if DC wants to break the internet, they'll bring back Henry Cavill, and they'll specifically do it in one of these projects that are coming up right now. Like, they'll let us know, hey, he's in this. Like, and to me, like, it doesn't matter. Like, they can pick any of them, and I think it would set the hype up. I feel like maybe not Shazam, because that one seems so story heavy that, like, I wouldn't want them to break that, especially like they got all the Marvels in there, or all the Marvel family in there. You know what I mean? Like,
but maybe Black Adam.
Right.
Black Adam.
Black Adam, that would guarantee Black Adam's success, right? Like, I feel like that would guarantee Black Adam's success. The Rock already has star power and pulls in his own brand of fans. But if he said that,
what the Black Adam is cooking,
must be chicken with a name like Black. No, I'm sorry, my fellow Black people.
Oh my God.
Anyways, freaking none of them watch the show. But anyways, freaking okay. Racist humor aside, freaking
by the way.
He does, like, he brings his own star power. And then adding Henry Cavill, like, the idea of, like, hey, dude, this Superman that people have been waiting for, you know what I mean? But again, like, Black Adam, the problem with the DC universe as a whole, maybe it's a problem, maybe it isn't, it's just different, is that there is nothing connected in their universes. So, like, even if they bring Henry Cavill back, like, what does that even mean, like, in the greater sense anyway? You know what I mean? Like, it just means that they got this actor in there. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean much. It means kind of similar to me as putting Patrick Stewart in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, right?
Right.
Like, he's not, that doesn't mean he's Professor X going forward. Like, it just means we got to see him as Professor X again in a cool way. But I feel similarly about Henry Cavill until we hear that DC's doing another DC, or trying another DC movie verse, or B, we hear that Henry Cavill is coming back in a movie or something.
I mean, I think here's something that I was thinking back to. What made Marvel, like, Marvel had Shield, but Marvel had connected with Shield. DC doesn't have that, or do they? No, they don't. They had Amanda Waller's team in the comics and in the cartoons, but yeah, you're right. There's nothing connecting them.
But Marvel didn't have a Coulson before they made Coulson.
Yeah,
you know
what
I mean?
I'm thinking about the MCU though. Like, MCU had that connected. Like, my MCU had Shield.
No, well, they had Shield, but I'm saying, like, they used a character. Like, they used Shield, the entity, but they used a character.
I got you.
To do it. You know what I mean? Like, they created a character to give us connective tissue. DC could very easily do the same thing
with Amanda Waller.
Like, right, you know what I mean? Or insert company name here. You know what I mean? Like, this is the superhuman follower agency. You know what I mean? Like,
there's Star Labs, there's Argus. Argus could be one of them too. One of the, yeah.
Like, but yeah, they can do any number of things like that if they care to. They could do something like that. Just give us a character. Make up a character. Bring in Matthew McConaughey as Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
Like just as the actor playing himself, and just he bumps into all these superheroes. You know what I mean?
Be a lot cooler if you did.
Right? You got superpowers. A lot cooler if you did.
I get older, they stay the same age.
That's what I like about Wonder Woman. But okay, yeah. Like I feel like, but that might be the only thing they got in the bag. We might hear something else. Matthew McConaughey, right? If you guys don't have Matthew McConaughey, you're losing DC. You're losing WB.
But here's something I will say this about what I'm excited about for DC is Blue Beetle, and then outside of the Holy Trinity and the Justice League of DC, I like Blue Beetle. I don't know much about him outside of like the cartoons because I never read his comics. But I'm like, all right, I like the guy who's playing Jaime Reyes. He's the kid from Cobra Kai. And we saw pictures of the suit, right? Unofficial pictures of the suit, and the suit looks freaking dope as hell. I'm like, this is the most comic accurate suit I've seen forever, even for the Marvel stuff. This is more comic accurate than the Marvel stuff.
Maybe not like maybe Spider-Man had some like pretty accurate outfits.
All right.
Yeah, I'll use Spider-Man, but nothing like Blue Beetle, or at least of what they've shown us so far. Nothing like Blue Beetle. I saw that, and that like it took me aback. When I saw that, I was like, that's the suit. Like that's the suit. They straight up gave him the suit. I didn't expect to see that.
Dude, they gave me the Vapors. I'm like, holy shit, dude. No, dude.
Do you think you said that would get you hyped? Do you think we're gonna see something about Blue Beetle?
I hope so. I think I don't know. We don't have a release date, do we?
We don't have a release date. Like I don't know what like. It's easy for me to see what Marvel considers priority stuff, the way that they market it. DC, not so much. Like, I don't know what they feel like should go forward, right? If Margot Robbie was in one of these, I'd be like, that's the one. That's the one that they want. They want to push. You know what I mean? Like, they want to show us Harley Quinn, and they want Margot Robbie to show us Harley Quinn. You know what I mean? Like, but everything they have now. Not so much, you know what I mean? I forgot about Blue Beetle. You know, I forgot when you mentioned that. I forgot about that. But you have reminded me. There's other little projects like that on the slate, like Batgirl,
and I forgot. So Batgirl, I want to see that one too because the guys who directed Ms. Marvel directed that movie, and I'm still confused. Like you said, too. DC has no idea what they're doing. Was it Warner Brothers or DC? I guess it's DC, right? But like they're using Batgirl, but they're using J.K. Simmons from the Snyderverse. But they're using Michael Keaton from the Tim Burton verse. So like, what? That's the thing. Like, they are so entwined with like what is happening right now. Like, I can't tell from what universe you're pulling from.
Exactly, and it's like, so in some way, like it damages my excitement for it because it's like, well, this could be cool, but you know, what I mean, what is the point? But on the other hand, it's like. There's something cool about that too. Something cool about going into something and not needing like 10 years worth of knowledge to enjoy the movie fully. You know what I mean? Like there is something interesting about that. There is something to say about like, yeah, I can just come in and enjoy this movie like for what it is or what it isn't. You know what I mean? Or hate it for what it isn't. You know. Yeah.
What else? Yeah, I think that's it. So back like Blue. I'm excited for Black Adam. I keep forgetting Shazam coming out. I think Aquaman 2 is coming.
It is. Aquaman 2 is Shazam. Yeah, we glossed over Shazam, but I don't think there's anything. I mean, we might get a trailer out of this.
I think so, right? Fear the Gods. I'm excited for that. I'm excited. I was surprised how much I love that first movie. I'm surprised how much I love Megan Good. I'm like, oh my god, you're still. First of all, my cousin Skeeter. I'm like, wow, Megan Good. But that was a really good movie. I was surprised how good it was. So I'm like, I'm really excited for this one. But I'm like, it's the sophomore. There's always that sequel, like never as good.
It depends.
Usually.
Some sequels surpass the original. I feel like.
X2.
Agreed. But like some sequels, but then some sequels like are better only because the first one exists, though. Like,
yeah.
like the first one kind of crawled so the sequel could run. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, I just heard something. But all right. So yeah, as far as that, I think we've kind of exhausted it. Like exhausted everything that they could kind of do. You know, we talked over about a lot of the Marvel Disney Plus series is, and what Marvel and some Sony stuff too, and DC stuff. I be honest, I can't really think of anything else that they might do, or we might even see. We might see, you know, some more of that god awful Gotham Knights show. But
Is that still happening?
yeah, yeah, apparently.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not watching any CW stuff right now. The only thing I'm watching right now is oh, Sarah, hold on. Sarah, this is for you. The only thing I'm watching right now is I'm rewatching Smallville because there's a podcast called Talkville.
Nice.
Where Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling are going back and watching it. I'm like, oh, I'm like, I remember that episode, kinda. I remember what I was doing around that time when I was 15 years old. It's kind of. I think I forwarded it to you. I like it a lot. I think I recommend people check it out on YouTube.
Righteous. All right, man. Well, I guess that's all I got as far as hype goes.
Same as all I got too.
Do you last? Well, I guess the last question. Who do you think wins Comic-Con?
Marvel.
Agreed. Maybe listen. If DC brings out Henry Cavill and Marvel don't have nothing on that caliber, DC might take it.
I'll agree with this. Okay, I'm gonna make mine Marvel. I've always been to make mine Marvel. You know this. You've known me for like what over more than 10 years now, more than 15 years. Shit, almost 20 years. Frack. Anywho, I'm a Marvel. First and foremost, I'm a Marvel. Make my Marvel, but I'm a comic book fan at the end of the day. If they bring something amazing, I'm like, all right. DC's won. DC's got it. If them bringing back Henry Cavill would be dope. I mean, how I don't know. I don't know how. Right now, I don't know how DC can beat Marvel, but if they do, I'm pretty sure it would be awesome. Maybe here's the thing. Maybe if they do an origin Justice Society movie, like nope, we're just doing a Justice Society movie standalone. I mean, I'd be cool with that. Not Justice League, Justice Society.
That's it.
Not kind of doing it with Black Adam.
Justice League. Don't you fucking do Justice League? You know what? To that point that you just made, I think that DC should lean a little heavier into what they're doing and do basically just mirror what they have been doing with their animated movies.
Yeah.
Like lean all the way into like continuity doesn't matter. Lean all the way into that and give us story arcs movies then. You know what I mean? Give us like popular story arcs as movies. Give us Kingdom Freaking Come as a standalone movie.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
dude,
or
yes.
a two-part movie. You know what I mean? Give us freaking Kingdom Come, or give us freaking, you know, do what you've been doing. Do Under the Red Hood. You know what I mean? Do freaking
Batman Hush.
Do Batman Hush. Do the Death of Robin. Do freaking. Well, they are doing Flashpoint, kind of, but sort of.
I'm waiting for them to say, we're recasting the Flash.
God, I wish. But listen, I'm not even gonna comment. I'm not even gonna comment.
If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. As the kids say, if you know, you know, you know.
I'm not even comment. Right? It's like you know, and freaking, there's too much surrounding this right now for me to even say anything more. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you, CJ. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you for nerding out with us. What are you watching?
Right now, the thing that I'm watching right now is One Piece. Catching up on just some One Piece. There's freaking, if you guys like One Piece, you know there's over 1,000 episodes now. I am somewhere in the mid 800s. So
and they're doing a live action.
No, I'm just saying that's what I've been watching lately. But it's like I feel like that's a cop out because it's like there's so much One Piece. Like I'm kind of always watching One Piece. Like kind of always watching One Piece. It's just like, what am I watching besides One Piece? You know. But I haven't been watching anything besides that lately, though.
All right, perfect. All right. Well, thank you. We'll see you same freaking time, same freaking channel. Frack off.